Alright, hello YouTubers. This is how not to do an oil pan gasket on an 84 F150. This is take two, as in this is the second time I've had to pull the oil pan. When you look at the part number for an 84 oil pan on a straight 6, you come up with a cork gasket with 4 pieces. Cork on either side here, and then rubber on both the end pieces. Well, I didn't like that idea, so I looked forward to like a 87, 88 newer, all the way up to 96, and it comes with a one-piece molded rubber gasket. The thing I like about these is it's got these little metal inserts, so it's a lot less likely that you're going to over-tighten the bolts and crush the gasket and cause a leak. So I installed that. Well, okay, back up a second. This is how I determined this should work. I looked at the part number for an oil pan, an actual replacement oil pan. This is not a replacement. I cleaned this one up. But the part number for an oil pan is the same from like 1970 something all the way up through 95, 96. Actually 1980. 70s are a little bit different. So with the same part number in the oil pan, I figured, well, the oil pan gasket should work, right? No. Installed it, tightened the bolts, and I had leaks everywhere. This is what I discovered. If you look real close here around this bolt hole, there's like a raised edge where the holes were stamped, I guess, from the manufacturer. Well, I guess that's for like when you got a cardboard gasket, or I'm sorry, a cork gasket, it would fit down in there perfectly and seal up. Well, with this newer gasket, once again, because you had these metal inserts, it would sit on top of that and cause a little gap. That's where I was getting all my leaks. I tightened the bolts and tightened the bolts, and it still kept leaking. So here's my solution. I'm taking my little grinder and just ground down the edges here. Already got several holes done, and I'll show you what I'm doing here. See, that's what it's done. Here's what I begin with, and I'll show you how I'm doing that. Just taking your normal die grinder with the cutoff wheel. Put my safety glasses on here, because safety first, right? See if I can hold this back and show you what I'm doing while I'm doing it. Here we go. Just going slow here. And then ta-da, just running my finger on there, still a little bit of an edge right there. If I keep going much longer, my compressor is going to kick in, you won't be able to hear what I'm saying. But that's what we did. And then on the first hole I went back with my 90-degree die grinder with a little roll-like disc on it and kind of just sanded it smooth. So this is what I'm going to try. I'm going to try to go all the way around this oil pan. I figure worst case scenario, it cost me an oil pan, $76 my cost. So I'll just do that and do this a third time. Hey, I'm getting pretty good at taking the oil pan out. But I'll make a part 2 of this video to show you whether or not it worked. Toodles.